folks. Well, it's my really great pleasure to bring a word of encouragement to our church and to our friends today. And I want to share with you something from the book of Exodus, chapter 17, a little story I've been reading recently, which I know will be familiar to many of you. It's the story of when Moses goes up onto the hillside whilst his assistant Joshua is in the valley below, and Joshua is fighting against the Amalekites, one of Israel's enemies. And it says, as long as Moses' hands were lifted up, his arms were raised and his hands were lifted, as long as his hands were lifted, Joshua was winning the battle. But if Moses' hands dropped down, his arms flagged, his arms got weary, then Joshua began to lose the battle. So as the day went on and Moses' arms and hands became weary and fatigued, his brother Aaron came and lifted one arm up, and his friend Hur came and lifted the other arm up, and Moses sat on a big rock with his arms held high by his brother and his friend. And so in that way, Joshua prevailed in the battle and Israel won. And it says this happened until the sun went down. So the picture is of this long day of Moses getting weary and his friends coming alongside and helping him and supporting him so that together they won the battle. And it strikes me, it's a great picture of how we need to be as we come to the end of this year. It's been a long year, a difficult and a tough and a challenging year for so many people, many of us. And inevitably and understandably, some are beginning to weary and get exhausted and starting to flag a bit. And if I could put it this way, our arms are starting perhaps to drop a bit. And therefore, my encouragement to us all is now is the time more than ever to come alongside one another, brothers and friends, coming alongside one another to lift our arms up, sisters and friends coming alongside to lift each other up, to prop each other up, to cheer each other on, to help each other practically wherever we can, to be in touch with one another, in contact with one another, calling, texting, WhatsApping, Zooming one another, walking together, however we can do it, to be alongside one another, encouraging and supporting and lifting each other up so that together we prevail. And as we come to the end of this year, as the sun goes down on this year, we stay winning together. We're trusting that as we come into the new year, we will begin to see some significant change. Things will return a little bit to some of our old patterns and rhythms. Other things will change and they will all be good. But let's end this year strong together, encouraging one another, winning the battle together, supporting each other, lifting each other up. I encourage you to think of one another and think of how we can encourage one another in these days. I hope this helps. God bless you. Have a brilliant day, a great few days ahead, and we're so looking forward to seeing you soon. God bless you. Amen.
Thanks for joining us today. Search for us online and get information about upcoming events and more great teaching.